Hello students. So today we will start with chapter number 5, that is excretion in humans. The slide will start with what is excretion. Excretion is the removal of all toxic and unwanted metabolic waste products from the body. So there is a huge difference between metabolic waste products and undigested food. Metabolic waste products are those products which are produced inside our body due to biochemical processes. Okay, and those metabolic waste products are very harmful for us. So we need to get rid of it. So the removal of all those toxic metabolic waste products is known as excretion. And the organs which remove these unwanted and toxic substances from the body are called excretory organs. Now we have to learn about some examples of those metabolic waste products and the substances that need to be excreted out from our body. The first example is urea and uric acid. Then comes bile pigments. Then the extra water. The next one, extra salts. And the last one, extra vitamins. Whatever extra are there in our body, we don't need those extra things. And those extra water, salts, vitamins should be excreted out of our body. Now in this slide, we will know about the excretory system. So before starting with the excretory system, we have to know about the organs associated with this system. So what are those? Like kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, urethra. Kidneys are two reddish brown bean-shaped organs situated towards the back of the abdomen. And kidneys are very important as they produce urine, the most toxic excretory product or the most toxic metabolic product. Next, the ureters. The ureters are narrow tube runs from the inner side of each kidney up to the urinary bladder. So what is urinary bladder? It is a muscular bag situated in the lower abdomen. And the last one is urethra. Urethra, it's start from the urinary bladder and it is the opening to the outside. So now we will learn about the kidneys, and those kidneys are the most important organ associated with the excretory system in humans. So the structure of kidneys, we already know that kidney is bean shaped. Okay, and each kidney is composed of an outer darker region called cortex and an inner lighter region called medulla. And within this medulla, there are some triangular or pyramid shaped structure which we call as the papillae of medulla. And what is the function of those papillae of medulla? The papillae of medulla drains the urine into a funnel shaped structure called renal pelvis. Okay, and the ureters originate from here. So this is the structure of kidney, and you have to learn the structure of kidney with proper diagram. Now we will learn about the structural and functional unit of kidneys, which we call as nephrons. So inside the kidney, there are millions of microscopic tubular structures called nephrons. Each nephron starts with a tuft of capillaries called glomerulus and a cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule, which continues behind as a narrow renal tubule. Blood which enters the kidney through the renal artery contains unwanted waste substances which get filtered within this glomerulus. Now the renal tubule is convoluted or twisted and opens into a collecting duct. all the collecting ducts then open into the renal pelvis, which leads to the ureter. From this slide, we will learn about the role of kidneys in urine formation, and the role I'll tell you in points. So the first point, the nephrons are the structural and functional unit of kidney, as I told you earlier. The next, they are surrounded by a network of blood capillaries. The third point, the main function of nephron is to filter the blood, purify it, and to produce urine. The fourth point, blood which enters the kidney through the renal artery contains unwanted waste substances as well as some useful substances, and this blood here get filtered by glomerulus, which we call as ultrafiltration. The next point, the nephrons remove the waste substances such as excess water, extra salts, urea from the blood and convert it into urine. They also reabsorb some useful substances like glucose, some salts of sodium and potassium, and put it back into the blood. So this reabsorption takes place within renal tubule. Now the blood that finally leaves the kidney is pure and devoid of all wastes and unwanted substances. The urine that is formed in the kidney is sent to the ureters and then primarily get collected in the urinary bladder, and then the urine get out from the human body. So this process is known as urination. Now if you look at this picture, you will see the whole process of urine formation and the function of each part of nephrons, like the function of glomerulus, then Bowman's capsule, then renal tubule, and even the process of urination. So just look at this picture properly. Thank you, students. So this is the first part of chapter 5. So go just listen to the PPT and go through the chapter properly. Okay, and if you do it simultaneously, then the chapter will be very clear to you. So do it and study well. Thank you once again.